My friends, welcome to today's morning power up call. Let's dive right in. My friend, you're listening to my voice right now. You're inside the copywriting campus. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to become successful. I have one question for you. How much longer are you going to wait before you dive in completely full focus at this? How much longer are you going to wait and procrastinate? I see so many, there's a handful of students. There's a handful of you guys who are actually legitimately trying. But most of you are just flirting with the idea of becoming a successful copywriter. You're just flirting with the idea of making money. You might try a little bit here, you might try a little bit there, but you're treating this like a hobby, like it's something you do as a side hustle, like it's just some little thing you're doing. And instead of devoting your entire time and energy and focus to the one thing that's going to massively change your life. I mean, obviously train, obviously keep yourself ready for battle, but outside of that, the one thing that's going to give you more freedom, the one thing that's going to allow you to live a life of freedom and abundance and be a man of influence and be able to do things in reality. The one thing is you developing the skill, going through the process and making a ton of money. That is the one thing. But instead of focusing on this one thing, the one limitation in your life that's going to help you actually be a G, instead of doing that, you're wasting your time on all the distractions that the world is offering. You're playing video games, you're watching TV shows, you're living through abstractions, you're wasting your time on things that aren't even real. You have to understand the world, the matrix, the society, the whole machine, it feeds illusions to your brain. It distracts your time and energy on things that aren't real, things that aren't, they're not actually real. They're abstractions in your mind. They exist maybe in a digital world, the things you can pay attention to, but they have no bearing on your reality, on your actual life. And most of you are spending all of your mental energy, all of your thoughts, all of your time on abstractions, things that aren't even real, aren't connected to you. You're playing some video game and leveling up some character. It's not real. It's zeros and ones on some server somewhere. You're not actually conquering. You're living proxy through some little pixelated thing and feeling like you're doing conquering work, feeling like you're becoming a man, feeling like you're powerful, but in reality, you're a flabby little weakling that's broke. In reality, in actual tangible reality, you're nothing. And you're nothing because you spent all of your time on things that aren't real, things that don't matter. So how much longer are you going to do this? Are you going to do this for the next 10 years? Are you going to do this for the next 30 years? Are you going to wake up 45 years old, look down at a big giant gut, look around at nobody because you're alone and you're empty and you are worthless in society and realize, man, all these years I have wasted my time doing things that do not matter. I beat that one video game that one time, or man, I sure enjoyed watching that TV series. It was a lot of fun to imagine I had friends like that. Is that what you're going to do? Because every single moment you invest your time and energy into things that aren't real at the exclusion of actually improving your life and doing things that will impact your life, you're choosing that future, right? Every time you pull up your phone and scroll on social media, instead of doing the work you need to do to actually improve your life, and instead pull up your phone, live by a proxy, see other people doing cool things, get a nice little hit of cheap dopamine. Every time you do that, you are choosing to become that 45-year-old fat loser licking Cheeto dust off of his finger, watching some ridiculous whatever on his little square device and being completely and utterly alone, of like a walking victim, ready to be squashed by a greater man or by some world event. You're choosing that every time you take your focus out of reality and into the abstract random world. You need to get serious about this. You need to look at your main limitation, which is your lack of financial reserves. And that all stems from your lack of skill and your lack of effort. The process is laid out for you. I have the information you need. I can give you all the resources you need to be successful. The question just is, are you going to choose to work on this, the reality, the real thing that you're facing, or are you going to distract yourself with some abstraction? Distract yourself with something that isn't real, that isn't here, that isn't now, that isn't you. What's it going to be? How much longer are you going to procrastinate this? Are you going to procrastinate for a decade, or are you going to fix this right now? It's up to you. Some of you are going to listen to this call and you're going to get fired up and you're going to work for maybe an hour, and then it's going to get difficult and your subconscious will be like, hey, Go check out some cheap dopamine. Go dip your world. Go leave the painful reality of facing this problem. Go off on a little fairy tale land adventure in some cheap dopamine. Let's pull up social media. Let's play some video game. It'll be so much fun. And some of you are going to fall for it. Some of you are going to fall for it, and you're going to get swept away, and you get lulled back into this world of distraction, of being stuck in someone else's imagined reality, the Matrix. But some of you won't. Some of you will feel the tug and be like, wait a second, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to waste my life energy in an abstraction. I'm going to focus on the here and now. It's difficult. It's a challenge. Great. It's going to make you grin even harder. You're going to lean in. You're going to leverage your resources. You're going to stick to it because you know that fixing this problem is going to change your life. Some of you will. And those of you that do that, my friend, we've got a lot of wonderful work ahead of you. I've got a lot of cool resources coming for you guys. I've been doing a lot of cool collaboration out here on this trip that is going to bring an immense number of new opportunities for you as a student to make money and make money faster. But it doesn't matter if none of that matters. None of the stuff that I bring to the table matters if you're going to be one of those people that instead of spending their precious life's time and energy on the things that matter, if instead of doing that, you're the guy that's going to go play with distractions and go play with abstractions of reality. If that's you, my friend, until you get serious, until you say enough is enough, I refuse to choose the future of being a 45-year-old flabby slob. Right now, I'm going to choose the future of being a G. I'm going to choose to do the work I need to do. I'm going to destroy my body in the gym. I'm going to work hard at copywriting. I'm going to throw myself at the edge of my understanding of copywriting and influence. I'm going to use the resources in the campus to absorb the information as much as possible. I'm going to perform the work that I need to do to expand my financial capabilities here in this realm. I'm going to do this. Once you make that change, everything that I do actually can make a difference for you in your life. So my friends, how much longer? Decide how much longer you're going to procrastinate and just get to work. If you're going to be a serious individual about this whole thing, it's time for you to dive in. If not, I got no sympathy for you. Good luck. Enjoy the abstractions while they last. You'll have a rude awakening someday. But if you're a serious G and you're serious about making the most out of your life, I've got some cool resources I have some cool resources coming for you guys inside the campus. So keep your eye on the announcements channel. I will talk with you all soon. In the meantime, let's go out. Let's get it. Let's conquer.